Welcome back to We Are the Fall. We are doing side B of the Real New Fall LP, formerly known as Country on the Click. We're going to get right into this very interesting artwork. Let's see what Gavin thinks about our new artist friend here.
Okay.
We have Marcus Parnell giving
Marcus
us our
Parnell.
cover artwork.
And what are we going to do, Steve? The UK version? I think that's,
Yeah, 100%.
yeah, let's do the UK version here. We have um a very, I don't know, it's almost like a mid-century modern boxes, eyeballs, and I like the eyeballs on this. Very colorful with the primary color. You got yellows, blues, whites, blacks, red in here, but these eyeballs in here are the things that I didn't catch on the first glance because I was just like kind of taken in the titles and the really weird way that they kind of, I think, altered the original album art to make it different for the real new fall version. And I I gotta say I kind of like it. The it's fitting the music in a way because it is so crisp, big. It has an angularness to it. The eyeball motif fits the lyrics talking about the eyes, which we're gonna get further into on the B-side, which is excellent. But the text is something I wanna harp on here because we have a handwritten "Country on the Click," by I'm assuming it looks really like Marky Smith handwriting at the
Yeah,
bottom.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, and the fall is in these little boxes as well. It just says "fall" in some cubes, but then they added in what I can only describe as like the prison text. They added the real new and LP up there by the fall, and then they added formally above country on the click. And I can only assume that this was an afterthought um alteration after the leaked version came out. And Mark said, we're not gonna call it country on the click. We're gonna call it the real new fall LP. And they were like, Mark, we already got the album's already about to be pressed. You're already asking us to change the masters. We can't be changing the album art that much. Okay, just add the real new fall LP up there and add formally above country on the click, and then people will get it. And I like that it's on there. I would have loved if it was just fall and then country on the click. It's kind of harkening back to the early fall days
Yeah,
of having Mark's writing.
I was gonna say there's not many times that you appreciate the text on the album
No,
art.
almost never,
Almost
honestly.
never. No, exactly. Almost never. Isn't I don't think probably never is closer to.
Probably never. I mean, the only time I get it, which is like, I mean, honestly, like Total's Turns, which is very similar to this, which just says the fall, and then it's Mark's handwriting again, and it's a white it's a white background. It's just yeah, it's not a thing. Or the singles, honestly, the singles is where it's at as far as text. If I'm gonna go with the album art, choices, the singles in the 7 inches, in those early 7 inches that are so handmade, are really like the prime cuts as far as album art. If we flip it over, Steve, we got like kind of like a shooting bullseye with some dots overlaid. Again, a lot of stripes, a lot of boxes, a lot of angles.
Yeah, it looks like the construction paper he was using to make the front.
I would be interested to know if he made this digitally or if it was a painting.
I'm telling
Um,
you, it looks like he cut it out of that construction paper on the back.
I mean, the eyes all look like they're almost like
Glue.
collaged from a
Yeah,
magazine.
just
Yeah,
Elmer's glue and scissors.
yeah, yeah,
That would be pretty sweet if it was done that way.
yeah. CD version, which has a drawing of a guy who a very crude drawing of a man with a scruffy beard that's not even a beard, scruffy hair, and he's got a shirt on, and there's a text that's written on the shirt, and it just says "Move out," and then it says underneath it, "You're Ying, I am Ping,"
Yeah,
and
what the
above it, what does it say above it?
humanity.
Humanity's only source of nutrition left, and it's pointing down towards the sky. uh, I mean, I love this album, and I hope to have the physical version in front of me one day because I would like to further appreciate that. But for the time being, we're gonna move on. I guess the only
What
thing to say
do
about the
you see
US.
do you see the next one? The people eating cereal and then them
Yeah.
eating an eyeball?
Yeah, I have no idea about that. I have no idea about that either.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
man. Do you like the US version? The US version
Um,
cover, it says, "The fall in dripping letters" text, which is kinda cool. It's like
yeah.
dripping blood, text, and then in the middle of it, it says "The Real New Fall Album" in just a basic text, and then in cursive font, for some reason, smaller, it says "Formerly Country on the Click." Kind of a drawing of a urban landscape, but also a futuristic landscape, maybe
Yeah.
hearkening to what he thinks the countryside could be.
Huh. Yeah, 'cause it's like on a from a balcony looking out.
A balcony, okay, I was wondering what that little
Yeah, I think it's
ledge
like
was, yeah.
yeah, like, yeah, a park or a balcony, like, something higher up because those look like rooftops in front of the in the early and then you can see some more, like, apartment complexes and scaffolding and stuff.
Lots of scaffolding, lots of, like,
Yeah.
construction, which might be, like, going
It's
towards that,
yeah,
yeah.
it's almost like an architect's dream or something, like
Mhm,
early
mhm,
sketches. The
mhm.
back of it's kinda cool with the very early 2000s with the looks like it was taken in, like, a freaking grocery store parking lot where you're like, "Oh my god, someone take a picture of that sunset, it's beautiful," and you just got a giant, parking lot light and
Yeah,
pretty sky color and then, handwritten track list.
yeah. I think I'll take the UK version, but,
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see how
got
it's going.
that baby blue vinyl.
Yeah. Alright, let's get into side B here, and let's lead it off with one of Matt. I don't know. This is great. This is, like, might be one of my favorite all-time fall tracks. Let's just get into it. Let's get into Janet, Johnny, and James.
What if the world crashed down? Withholding behind your eyelids. Crack your mind.
about that?
Man, beautiful.
Fucking beautiful, mate. How fucking nice is that? The simplicity, the tempo, the groove, Mark whispering, these beautiful lines. Every time I listen to it, I'm like, man, it just keeps moving up my fucking list of my favorite fall songs. I mean, it's got to be up there for me for the favorite kind of ballad-ish fall
Yeah, I mean,
songs.
there's not very many.
No.
So
Mm-mm. It's really interesting too, because PJ Harvey covered this song, and I think we're gonna put that on the outro of this episode so you all can hear it if you haven't heard it before. And I guess she performed it like a dozen times in 2004 after this album came out, and she's obviously great and has a good ear because she recovers this and they do it kind of acoustic style, and I could easily hear how and why she would choose to do it acoustic style with her band, but I'm so glad that The Fall did not do it acoustic style, even though there's so few Fall acoustic songs, because the electric guitar and it's almost kind of has, I wanna say, a Velvet Underground style, like, just like a simple noodle that keeps going out through a
so
song.
the noodle comes from Mason Williams' song "Classical Gas,"
Mm, yes.
which Clapton also covered. So
Yeah.
yeah, it
I
was
think the
written.
classical gas though is like Ben Pritchard, he said he was trying to work on his finger picking, and so he was like trying to learn classical gas, and I think this just came out of it, you know?
Yeah, no, exactly. It's not what it is, but
Mhm.
it's the best he could do at the time.
It's way better. I
Yeah,
mean, I'm not even comparing the 2 because 'cause they're so drastically different, but it's just like so fitting. It's so fitting to um put into a fall song that you would not expect. You would not expect that riff, that tempo, that style for a fall song. Man, and I gotta say too, if you like this song, go listen to the live versions from 2004 of this song, and the live versions are even slowed down a little bit, kinda similar to the single version they released, which is a bit slowed down, and it's even better. Just I'm talking a step and a half slower, and it gets even better. It just gets even more atmospheric.
yeah. I was gonna say the atmospheric, that even then a little longer, like because you don't want it to end.
No.
Um,
I mean, on paper, it's 4 minutes long, but it doesn't seem like a long song, and the I don't really know what's going on in the song, and that's why I love it.
yeah, it's almost one of those songs that doesn't. You almost don't want to dissect it any more than it's. This is the one you listen to, and you don't really care
Yeah.
to know what's going on behind it. You're just like, okay,
There's
well,
obviously the religious context, isn't there?
yeah,
And there's, like, if they're in New Guinea or they're coming from New Guinea, they see the star from you, our creator, a startling vision of the future that didn't happen. It even harkens back to that US version cover we were just covering talking about, which is like a futuristic city that might not be there. And so there's so many tie-ins that are going on there. I even like just the Janet, Johnny, and James as because I like the way that Mark delivers Janet and Johnny, like, as a couple, and then
uh,
out of nowhere, James is there, right?
yeah,
And it's like, what is the dynamic? Why is there James? Where is fucking Jim coming from?
yeah, and and then in the beginning he's talking about nepotism and stuff. So like, is it? Are they like religious prophets going to New Guinea? Like
Mm.
these are nepo babies that don't really know what the real world is, and they're going to this place and being like, "Do you know about our Creator, your Lord and
Oh,
Savior?
okay,
Like,
okay. I can get into some of that. I could get into
he's
some of
this is
that,
the
yeah.
future." Like,
Mhm.
and the fucking New Guinea people are like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah. It also speaking of PJ Harvey, I think, Simon Archer went on to become the bass player in her band, which is an easy transition to get this song in the set list, but also interesting too. Like, she obviously liked the song, but he was bringing the vibe of this song, maybe. And like, let's just do this. I love this fucking riff, and it's great. There's a line in here though where it says Ian and Eric, and I always thought it was like in the area. Like I thought that he's saying that, but I might be wrong, or it could be any number of things. The stars trance or the stars trace over Janet and Judy, and even throw Susan in there, which is one of the tracks that kind of gets cut out of some of the track listing. Susan versus Youth Club. So Steve, I don't know if we need to get any further into that one. Just keep listening to that one.
Yeah, play it again.
Play it again. I would
Let's
love to play it again right now.
again.
But we got more on the docket. Let's get into the past number 2.
What you put in mouth, a lot of things that weren't there. Pre-assumptions don't bring a harvest. But I love the justice I'm proud and proud of melancholy. Just think. The feeling that makes you an intelligent species. Truth, the invention of a layer. Captivated in hard juice and justice. The layer down layer strikes back. Your neck is growing. Oh, only humans carry their fast around, their past around. Implode into reality. Don't drive. Don't sleep. Don't laugh. Collage your memories faster. The blood. I'll be good. The good. When I'm still with what I make. Pictureless memories dissolve in a panic. Motif. The one can see oneself in the mold that can be different. Where the all boys and girls dead. Too. The one can see oneself in the world. It can be different. And the fiddle. And the up. And the down. Shut up. And the fiddle. And the up. And the down. The lie. Boys and the dead too are armed like the abdominizers and private investigators looking for a cheap coffee, hunting out limers. Or are you just buying a drink? Wanna be my one, lammer?
Man, all right. That one is just harkening back to the fall of old. I know this is the new fall, but this is the old fall.
I think Mark was just telling Elena, he's like, no, we don't play the keyboards like that. We play the keyboards like this.
Well, Lainey knows what she's doing, but there's a little bit of like, we can get a little bit of that old vibe going if we want to. If you start off a song with what you put in your mouth, a lot of things that weren't there. Presumptions don't bring a harvest, but I love the justice and falling for the melancholy.
Yeah. I mean, the song is the exact opposite of what we just listened to. Great juxtaposition of just like rips you out of your feeling of warm comfort, and here you are.
The lie down liar strikes back. Your neck is growing. Only humans carry their past around, implode into reality. Yeah, I mean, it just sounds like it's just like a more polished version of something that would have been on a fall 1980 song. The blood, the good, the bad. Haha. Yeah, it's all cool. It's all like a great little ditty to put in here to kind of get you back into the state of rocking and rolling. And there's no better way to keep rocking and rolling and getting a little, maybe even a country twang in there than to get into a Lee Hazelwood song.
I love this quick is from an interview asking about this
Yeah,
song.
tell me.
Yeah, so it's from Left of the Dial, and they go. So he's asking him about the lyrics, and he goes, "But I love the justice of something something melancholy." I couldn't understand the whole line. Mark's response is, "Sometimes I do things like that."
That's totally the reason why he doesn't put liner notes in there with the lyrics.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sometimes I do things like that. It's better. Trust
yeah,
me.
yeah. I mean, there's either the fact that he can't recall what
Yeah,
he actually said,
he doesn't have a clue,
or he doesn't want to give that information over.
no, and
Yeah,
it's a secret.
yeah. Either way, it's better. It's better. Yeah, and that's the whole reason why the annotated fall exists, right? You just like you do what you want with it, you know? I mean, I think there were times when Marky Smith was trying to and Danny No could say better, was trying to like you know, like what kind of
This
pressure
discourage, yeah, I'm
yeah,
sure.
pressure
Yeah.
down about some of the stuff that was created as far as those discussions, but then it's so right on point to what he's talking about in a lot of the songs we've already discussed, which is kind of um, someone trying to influence interpretation and artistic interpretations of what is going on and what can go on in the range. And to narrow it, even Mark in that realm, he was on the other side of it, of the dynamic that he was talking so staunchly against happening. So it's everyone, you know everyone's a contrarian to themselves. Um, Even Lee Hazelwood. And let's get into Loop 41, Houston.
Well, it's a lonesome in this old town. Everybody puts me down. I'm a face without a name. I just walk in the rain, going back to Houston, Houston, Houston. I got a holes in both of my shoes. I'm a walking case of bad news. I saw a 10-pound note yesterday, but the wind just blew it away. Going back to Houston, Houston, Houston. I haven't eaten in about a week. I'm so hungry I cannot speak. Nobody calls me friend. It's bad the shape I'm in. Going back to Houston, Houston Station.
Steve, compared to the other fall covers, how do you like this one? Just related to those.
It's good. It almost sounds like a live recording. It's kind of strange in that way.
I kind of like it in that way where if you're going to have a country song, you want it to be sounding like it's like a band in a room. And you do get that dynamic here. The way that it's introed though with the electronics is cool because you think you're going somewhere and then they switch it up on you, which
Yeah.
is really fun. So
Uh-huh.
fun. And then I always want the fall to go into the country twang realm, and they do it here, and that's why it comes across fun.
Yeah,
And
I think it fits too. I mean, it's not exactly the sound they've been going with the whole album, but I don't think it's out of place.
no, it's not really out of place. And we got into this even more in depth on the Peel session. So if y'all like, want to get further into it, go and listen to that episode. But the I was listening to um a couple of UK bands talk about, I think Idols and Fontaines DC recently, talking about how when they're driving through the southwestern United States, they only were listening to country music together in the van. And I kind of get that same vibe from Mark, where if he is in the United States, he's always been a very like infatuated by American country music. And I just like that, if you're in a landscape that calls for it and you really like immerse yourself in it, you really start appreciating it more and more. What the country, the sadness to it, like even this song, right? he's like starving, and then he's like, oh, he's in bad shape. He's in terrible shape. No one calls him a friend. Is going back to Houston, right? And he's going back to Houston, and Houston is not the savior. Houston is just the place he's headed to. Yeah, he's like, I need a long, regular bed and a feather pillow on my head. I'm heading back to Houston. It's a pain, but it sets me free. And I think that that struggle is something that the any musician can very much assimilate with, right? You're sleeping on fucking floors day to day, and so it's not going well. What better way to just like keep you in that realm so you're not getting too high than listening to sad country music like Lee Hazelwood would produce?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't miss what yeah, keep the mood going. It's fine. Like, d- don't remember what the good times were like.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Let's get into now. Well, let's head towards the West Coast, like in the tour van, and let's get into some Beach Boys esque styling here, and let's get into Mike Loves Hexagon. So that getting you ready to surf?
Not really.
I love a good Mark in the studio song, right? The studio is hexagon, old member sat on one side, opposite 3 ball triplets. I stood in the middle, fumbling with 2 tin packets. This one, I have my own interpretation of this one, which I don't know. I haven't read too much up on the annotated fall or about the meaning of this one, but having Mike Love and the Beach Boys context in here, I kind of put it on a dynamic where it's talking about his name was Love, but how were they to know Mike's gift was only poison? It's kind of like even talking about the worm and the bacon, it's like talking about earworms and like the Beach Boys creating earworms, and Mike Love is like at the forefront of like singing and delivering the songs. But then when I die, love is all around, love is in the air, but then they're gonna host it or like hoist it up on the mast. Um, not his name, but who? Brian Wilson.
Brian Wilson. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
the
it's
guy that
definitely like
yeah.
did it, made the music.
The guy that's making the bacon, and then there's a worm in the bacon that's, like, taking all of it, like, just, like, eating it up, gobbling it up, and then in the forefront like that. Now, I don't know if that's at all valid, but it doesn't really matter. Even the line, "So hoist the cats away, and the mouse did play," like, I even take that as, like, take the cats out of the studio, and Brian Wilson is still gonna be playing around and making these things, right? Co like, composing such beautiful fucking imagery in sonic form, and I like that, and even the good vibrations, man, when his voice is, like, wobbling around with that delay around your eardrums, it's really it's psychedelic, it's cool. I like that they tried to go with some sort of harmony vocal gang vocals. It's all interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely yeah, I think definitely about the Beach Boys, which yeah, not it doesn't besides the very beginning with like the echoey opening, it doesn't got
No.
that Django beach rock that you would expect.
No, it's only in the context of lyrically adding these characters into it. Yeah, it's really intriguing. Very, very, very intriguing. Um, yeah, yeah, it's cool. It's just like it's the false sound, but it's hearkening to talk about something that's totally different sounding. And also the when I die over and over again is just a lyric that is when I die, but then it's juxtaposed to love is all around, love is in the air, love is everywhere, Captain A, peculiar wind. Very fun. Very fun. What do you think about this too? And I'm just thinking about this off the top of listening to this is what about the Charles Manson dynamic?
Mm,
Because Charles Manson was basically in the scene
yeah.
and hanging with Dennis Wilson and like doing some stuff and trying to record his music and trying to be um get his album out there, and even there's all the crazy stories of him like going and looking for his master tapes and like going to people's houses, which is very foreshadowing of to what happened eventually, unfortunately. But that is like the poison, the when I die. He is trying to get what he wants, turn
I
the beat to the brink to post his name high. Yeah. What do you
yeah,
think?
I definitely I, you know Mark's gonna pull out any sort of weird satanic shit he can out of a situation.
Mhm.
I think you're kind of spot on though with the Mike Love versus Brian Wilson. Like Brian's doing the hard work and Mike's getting the attention.
Yeah, the accolades. And even nowadays, I mean, come on. Mike Love is still going as, I guess, the Beach Boys, but it's like, it's kind of sad because he doesn't like represent anything that Brian Wilson really represents
Yeah, I
as the
mean,
creator. Huh.
you can see him with John Stamos though, so that's cool.
Yeah, it goes back to the patriotism. Instead of putting Dolly Parton in those, um, her name in Mountain Energy, just throw in, Mike Love and John Stamos and get that patriotism going, and then you're fucking all set, mate. You're fucking right on the money. You're giving the people what they want. Follow your leader. Oh man. All right, let's get into
There's a pretty funny story that the annotated
yeah.
fall found from it's a Washington Post article, but it's from Badly Drawn Boy. Do you know that?
Oh yeah, sure.
It's a Manchester indie artist. So I guess Mark basically stumbled out of a bar and fell into his car thinking it was a cab. And he got him to the cabs, but he was so drunk that he's like, and no one came out to help him. So that he's like, okay, I'll give you a ride home. And then he said before the night was over, though, that badly Drawn Boy traded his album of Pet Sounds to him in exchange for a chance to record with the Fall.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mark said, "Yeah, give me the album and you can record with us."
That's a great trade on Mark's part. That's a great trade. And the band, honestly, that's a square deal. Even. That also reminds me of a story that I just read, which was Mark went into, I think he was in Glasgow, and it was like a show they were playing, and they're playing at, it might have been the place I actually visited, which is like the Student Union Hall, where Mark just basically, like, people are in this little pub that's connected to the venue, right? And they're getting drinks and they're all queued up at the bar and they're waiting to get some drinks and some beers. And out of nowhere, the door flies open. Mark stumbles in, falls into like a bar well or like, like some sort of open area and falls down. He's fucking hammered drunk. He gets up and like dusts himself off and like looks around. He has no idea where he is. And then everyone is there to see him in the show. And they turn around and they're like, what the fuck is all this commotion? They all turn around and then they just give him like a big applause, a big, roar, like, yeah, Mark, hell yeah, we're fucking here to see. And he looks around and he goes, oh, fuck. And then he just walks out.
Did he play the show?
Oh yeah, he played the show. I don't know what the quality of the show was, but the show went on as it usually does with the fall professionalism.
Couple quick
25-minute show, maybe.
Couple quick punches to the face. He's ready to go.
Couple of quick punches to the face by a band member, and he's ready to fucking rock it. Yeah, rocket to stardom. Okay, let's get into the penultimate track here, Steve. Let's get into some protein protection.
The chief can kick and jump out of the mess.
Good lord. I don't know how many times that was played live. I don't have Steve Pringle's book in front of me right now, but I gotta assume that was played live a lot, and that was definitely a crowd favorite when it came on.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard, it's fast. Do you wanna wish me anything?
A protein Christmas.
Yes, please.
A very protein Christmas to you and to every one of our listeners out there. Yeah, I look forward to maybe we got to spend this one for the little holiday. We are the fall office party because, man, that one's hitting fucking great. But it also raises the question because Janet, Johnny, and James was not played that much live, and I understand why Mark is not. I don't know if he thought that it wouldn't get across as well or he didn't wanna ratchet down the energy live, but to throw in a song like that in a live set is perfect for ratcheting up the energy like this song can produce, or any other fall song that's gonna be in the set list. It's just I just wish that they did it more, right? Like, even,
What
like, when he did Hard Life in the Country in the early days, it really made
Yeah.
the next track sound great.
What was the track? I'm trying to think of what album it was off of that was just, like, a very personal song for him.
I mean, I'm
The one
Frank.
about his dad, is that
Yeah,
it?
I'm Frank. Yeah.
He did
Yeah, that's very similar to Janet, Johnny, and James in
you
tempo and
you
feel.
get you get it the feeling that Mark didn't really want to expose that side of himself all that often.
No.
And in front of everybody on a stage, I don't know if he had that level of performer in him where he was willing to kinda let down the facade enough. And
Yeah.
not saying Janet, Johnny, and James, it may or may not have been very personal to him, but, like, it just seems like that's kind of a step too far for him to wanna do on stage.
Yeah. That's a good point because there might be other elements to that too, where the slower type songs that are usually typically in the fall realm, when they're playing a slow song, it doesn't really change that much. So there's not like a next part to jump into. So if he loses his place or if he doesn't, you know well, the lyrics, which he was really good at, even at the times when he had like lyric sheets on the stage, he was pretty good at like getting those lyrics like sussed out and then like delivering them before the song or during the song where it didn't take away from the song. But I think that a slower song is just more challenging. It's just more challenging as a lead singer. You got to deliver it more. And also the songs where he's hushed toned, like I'm Frank and like Janet, Johnny, and James, it's just he's already amped up on stage. He's already
Yeah.
the adrenaline pumping. It's hard to go down a notch, especially with all of the substances in his system
Sure.
to he doesn't wanna go down a level where he might not go back up.
And he's gotta sound good at
Mhm.
that level too, right? Where you're like he's
Yeah.
like, "I don't think I'm gonna enunciate
Yeah.
well enough to get this
Yeah.
song across at this all you're gonna
Yeah.
hear is my vocals? No, that's not gonna work."
Yeah. It even says a hell of a lot that the band member leaves the band, goes to PJ Harvey's band, and then they play that song because it was like it's like I didn't get enough of it.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah,
Uh,
so Ben Pritchard said this one was kind of a live recording, or he said almost all of them were recorded live. But
oh,
they were done individually, where the band would record the song and then Mark would come in with the lyrics and they would deliver the song to Mark and Mark would say, "Yeah, that's good. I'll have it." And then he would do his lyrics. So he said, "No, go back and give me another song." But that
huh,
this one was more of a jam session that they were having, and then this song just kind of is what happened.
huh. Well, shit, that makes a lot of sense because it sounds like a Peel session track.
Yeah, exactly. It does. That's what I mean, the loud, the fast, exactly. The stuff
Hmm.
you want on a lot of fall albums are all there.
Yeah. Well, let's head into the last track, Steve. What do we got?
We have Recovery Kit.
house. How can you leave your money and gilded land? Your head explodes if you try on it. Go act dry if it yours. There was three at the old hall door. Complete recovery kiss. The 4 parts of this. It's always free. What can I? The head explodes. What I can I for? It was late that night I came up. It was quite steep in the middle. Speed, speed, speed. Climb at the exit. Complete recovery kit. 4 parts are there if you want.
I'm always it's kind of like a signifier for how good this album is that the fall end on a good song.
Yeah.
This is a really good song. It's really the Country on the Click version is equally good because the extra or different lyrics add a different dynamic to it.
Well, and it kind of helps you make sense of what the hell is going on. Because, like,
Yeah,
I mean,
on the Country on the Click
on the country
version.
on the click, yeah,
Yeah.
where, yeah,
What do you think's going on in this?
uh, that's you're just like, what is you want your recovery kit? It's free. There's 4 parts, 3 parts.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
free. You want it? It's free if you
Yeah.
want it. Open it. And then I mean, and then and then on the country on the click, it's talking about your father. How can you leave?
Yeah, the
Open
father,
open your
yeah.
hands. I don't get curve your hands for a kiss. I don't really understand
I don't
that.
know what that is, but I love that, right?
Um,
Curve your hands for a kiss? Oh, a little kiss on the hand for coming back or for leaving.
before you leave, come and get it. Yeah. So like,
How can you leave your money-eyed soul? How can you leave your new minted land, son? I mean, I feel like that's in the Country on the Click version, it's asking the son that's leaving, you know, "We got this, the land is set, it's done." The son is saying, "Oh, yeah, but it's free, it's like, it's here, it's done. You got it. You opened it up to for me
yeah,
now."
yeah, maybe curve your hand for a kiss. Like, curve like, give me your open palm. Like you're maybe expecting something from me.
Mm.
You want your inheritance before you leave.
Mm. See, when I'm picturing I first pictured it as cupped hands, but then after a bunch of listens, I thought of it as curved hands, like curved downward, where it's like a limp wristed where you're kissing the back of the hand. And
Yeah.
that's kind of what I was getting from that one. But, I can see it either way there. But then in this version that we just listened to, the recovery kit, the 4 parts, it's always free. The recovery kit, 4 parts if you want it. If you open it, it's free if you open it. Um
Your head explodes.
Well, that line when the last time he delivers the headache, "What can I? Your head explodes." When he delivers it like that, I'm like, "Hell yeah, that is exactly what I wanna be hearing," because there's something to it where there's I don't know if it's a physical head explosion, if it's a psychological head explosion going on, but there's something is uh, the dynamic of giving between the two people is element of explosion, which one of them is not going to be doing well after
Yeah,
that.
yeah, what I bought was
What it?
late that night it came on. It was quite steep in the middle.
Yeah, that is. I have no idea, but that is great too.
Yeah, it's free. You open it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That
mean,
might be that
it's
might be
just
a that might be a dynamic too that's like the father and son interplay where maybe the son is taking it and he's like, "Oh, it's free now," right? Like almost like a sinister move against family where he's taking it back. He's like, "Now it's mine. This is mine."
yeah, or well, he's taking it. The father's giving it it willingly, but in the worst way, right? Like it's
Mhm.
free. You just have to open it and take it, son. It's yours.
Yeah.
You need to do it this way.
Yeah. He does say you go out and try. It is yours. You have to go out and try and then you can have this, but then the son is, like, taking it, right? And then it's really cool, it's really interesting, but then also the recovery kit, I can't help but go to an element of tying it to Marky Smith as a person where the recovery kit, when he says something along the lines of, "He went out the exit," where it's him or it's a character like the actual Marquis Smith going out the exit of a venue or something like that and getting the recovery kit from a fan, from a dealer, and it's free to take it. I appreciate all of the music you've given us. Here's a recovery kit for your night so you can get back on the right track. It's a drug context.
Yeah, yeah. But there's four parts of it. What is there's
That
four
I don't wanna get into.
there's four parts of it. It's always free. I mean, the complete recovery kit. I don't know.
Mhm. There's 4 stages. There's 4 plots of land. Like, there's so many different ways to go about it, which is a great closing track, and it's a great way to go out on this. Um, Fortunately or unfortunately, we have a little bonus track, Steve, and what are we gonna do here that's only on the US version of the Real New Fall LP?
You want to cover Portugal?
Yeah, let's get into this song called Portugal that is only on the US released version that I think is gonna be worth our time to just see what's going on here and get into maybe a little bit of the backstory.
Before we play it, why do you think that We Are Mod Maka is on the annotated fall? I think it's off We Wish You a Protein Christmas. But you
I don't
see
know.
how it's on the bottom? It's on the last track. I just don't understand why it's there. I don't
No,
see it anywhere else.
no, I don't know.
All right. They don't make many errors.
Portugal.
I have only had 2 conversations with you. He would be paid more than he had in fact asked for. No real just fail me. For the record, how offensive a human being you are. For the record, they are very professional crew. For the record, and very good at what they do. For the record, all this complete debacle could have been avoided. For the record, you would have known what and how it was going to happen. For the record, treat people as you want to be treated.
They were swearing, throwing newspaper with snot balls, and spit at us across the plane and physically slapping members of the band. I had to threaten him, and then I told him that if this continued, I would have to leave my position.
For the record, you have to start making the right moves. For the record, you really do need someone. For the record, you really do need someone. For the you never actually did the interview. You never actually did the interview. It has had a negative impact on you and your band. You really do need someone.
At 10 p.m., the crew and myself went to our rooms after being out for just over an hour and 15 minutes for a pint. We had not had any sleep due to travelling times. We began banging on doors and then what sounded like voting himself against both mine and the crew's hotel room door. Though nobody in the hotel didn't complain, I have no idea. This was becoming unbearable.
I believe this concludes my name. For the record, I have only had 2 conversations with you. I believe this concludes my name. For the record, I have only had 2 conversations with you. I believe this concludes my name. For the record, I have only had 2 conversations with you. I believe this concludes my
Mark says, I wanted to put this song Portugal on the B-side, which we put on the American thing. And they were going, oh, no, you can't. It's a libelous. The last time we played in Portugal, there was a road crew. It's completely surreal. We arrived and they sort of pissed off on the day of the show saying we behaved really badly in all this. Somebody threw a bit of paper at them, like a plane or something. It was quite funny. They wrote like their excuses for running off. But if you saw these blokes, you'd laugh your head off because they were 4 big blokes with long hair and leather jackets. And like, I knocked on your door at 12 o'clock at night to ask the time that they're going down to the show. Just banging on the door. They wrote, he was banging on our door at 12 o'clock at night. I got the group to read all their letters out and a few more. It's a good track. I'm quite mad they didn't put it on the B-side. It would have fitted great. Sparta with Portugal. That would have been good.
I'm gonna play the road managers via Dave Milner, who wrote
Okay. Yeah.
so the Fall were employing these road managers, and Smith was convinced that they were trying to rob the band. He complained about this so much that 2 managers finally resigned in exasperation, taking some money with them as payment, perhaps. This gig in question was on September 29th in 2003 in Lisbon. Mark wasn't in the best of moods on this occasion, spending more time than even usual fiddling with the amps and disappearing off stage for lengthy periods. So Ben Pritchard says, I want to take this opportunity to apologize to all of you for the situation which developed. I at least owe you an explanation. Both myself and the crew were subjected to both verbal and physical abuse. They were swearing, throwing newspapers with snot balls, and they spit at us across the plane and physically slapping us around on the van. I had to threaten him, and then I told him that if this is continued, I would have to review my position.
It seems pretty straightforward. If you listen to all sides.
Oh, yeah.
It seems pretty straightforward. Crew did not have a good time. Band was having a great time. Uh,
Mark especially.
uh-huh. And it did not work out. The dynamic was not going to work out there. Oh man. Very I don't know, they
I
didn't
mean,
want to get sued. Fair
if
enough.
if Mark wants it on this album, I want it on this album. It deserves to be heard.
It's funny. I mean, it's also fun that Mark was like making the band sing the letters
Yeah.
from the road crew, as I don't know, it's really good. And as a B-side, it is hilarious. It's hysterical the way it ends with snot balls. Mark just saying, "Oh, we threw a piece of paper. They threw a piece of paper at him." Yeah, yeah. That sounds like a Mark, like turning the situation into, a little bit more um, easily digestible,
Yeah. That's just one paper airplane. They're just soft.
filled with snot. All right. Well, that we thought that was worthwhile because that's fun. Um, Steve, with that sound, what are you thinking for the Falls 2003 LP, the real new fall LP, formerly known as Country on the Click?
Ooh, I'm gonna give it. We got 12 tracks.
Mm-hmm.
We're going 9. 9 out of 12.
9 pints.
The classic 9-pack.
I mean, I've been looking forward to this. I've been enjoying listening to this so much. Just comparing it to, like I said at the beginning, relative to the recent output of the past 10, 15, even 20 years, I'm giving this a strong 9 pints as well.
Yeah, and 9 pints is a seasoned veteran rating too, because we
Oh, yeah.
were young and excited, and we were throwing out 9s and 10s like they were candy in the
Were
early
we?
days.
I have no
Which
idea what we were.
who knows? It felt like we were.
Yeah.
Nothing was bad in the beginning.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm with it.
But
I hope I gave it all 9s and 10s. That was good.
yeah, this has got it all. There's a couple you could not listen to, but yeah, the whole thing is
It's a
front to back. You're good.
Oh, front to back, it's a pure excursion. It's a pure excursion. I'm glad Grant Chob whatever happened, and whatever, mix techniques and strategies were thought to be best at the time. I'm glad that this version came out, and I'm glad that this exists. This is the version to listen to. I have listened to the alternative version so many times, and I will continue to, because it's equally intriguing and great to listen to because the songs are so good. But the strip back, just the fall, just the band, and this band is fucking great. It's fucking rocking the whole way through. There's no skips, front to back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come find us on Patreon. I'm sure we'll as the consummate professionals we are, I'm sure we'll give the Country on the Click a go and dissect it a little more, even though we've discussed it somewhat here. But
Yeah. I think it's only fair that we also give the Grant Chobis version its due props, because there can't be enough, especially of this.
More Mark lyrics. You got to figure out what they mean.
Oh, come on, mate. All right. Hope you all enjoyed this. Until next time, we are the Fall.
We are the best.